Stars and you see me holding up my middle finger to the world. Like your ribbons and your pearls. Cause I'm not just a
Oh, look at that. Hey, it's today's PSYOP. It's the PSYOP of the week. Oh my God, it's the PSYOP of the century. Let's see.
I can swear, I can joke. I see what's on my mind. If I drink, if I smoke, I keep up with the guys. And you see me holding up my middle finger to the world.
She's
like
like,
your
yeah.
ribbons and your pearls. Cause I'm not just a
Okay, thanks so much for that, lady. Okay. Hey, so I'm here. Let me get my lives going. But yeah, I'm here today, this week in propaganda. Here we are. A little delayed, but here we are getting into some of the lovely psyops, some of the lovely operations that have been happening, some of the ratchetness, the ridiculousness, the nonsensicalness that both sides, I hate that term, both sides, but both sides keep doing. So where's my chat window? Let me get those comments up. How late do you think Layla will be? Oh my God. I know. It's so bad. Boiling with rage. I'm boiling too. Oh my God. I'm so bad. I know. I have to deal with a lot of stuff, you guys. You have no idea. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so terrible. This is why this is why I don't deserve it. God, I had to have oh my God. I'm not going to get in my personal life, but there's some conversations. Boiling with rage. Oh my God. Well, you guys can watch the playback. I don't know. I need to be better about that. Well, on me, I will do a Boiling with Rage podcast episode where it will talk about racial stereotypes and all sorts of things. But it's supposed to start at 7. Damn. Okay. Well, I'm just going to keep going, and then people can watch the recap if they want to watch the recap, if they feel that it is necessary. God, so annoying. It's better. Well, let's just say it's better than me. It's better than not doing it, because if I don't do it, then it's not going to happen. And I have to deal with all of the emotions of so many people in my life. Yeah. I owe people. Oh my God. Boiling with rage. I'm so bad. Yeah, thanks for coming in. But let's get started in just looking at the propaganda. And I promise you guys are so amazing. I promise you will see this next week. I have so much content that I filmed. I'm like shocked. I have so much content that I filmed. I have so much stuff put together. I'm just like, whoa, what's happening? How am I doing this? It's amazing. But yeah, let's see what's happening. There's some things happening in the world as usual. There's a lot of ratchetness. Getting out of habit is either easier than getting back on habit. I know, every single day, every time I want to do a live, it's like I have to do like conversations and I have to manage all these people, and it's just like, oh my God, it's like the end of the world. But yeah, like very serious, because I got challenged this week. Actually, people were like, oh well, this and this and this, and you're not really that. And I'm just like, okay, now it's time. You know how when people call you out and are just brutal, like sort of like that it gives you like extra motivation. Well, I was already motivated. I'm already motivated every day. I wake up in rage. I actually recorded for my locals. I actually recorded a couple like wake up reaction videos, because I was like, when I wake up is my peak rage moment. I don't know about you. I don't know why. I guess maybe the cortisol levels are higher when you're waking up. Or is that, I feel like when you don't sleep. No, I think cortisol is pretty high when you wake up. Anyway, I have to double check, but I like peak rage moments. That's when I say the stuff that I'm like, oh my God, did I just say that? But yeah, there's some things that happened this week. So I got a couple of videos that I got from that I got from the internets that I think are going to be interesting. We can watch and just react to and just go over. Yeah, it's so bad. So bad. So bad. Don't stream in the mornings. No, I'm not going to be streaming in the mornings. I'm just recording for my locals. Like, I'm just going to do, like, you know, instant reactions for my locals. That's what I mean. Like, just so it's no, like, production, like, no putting on a bunch of makeup and, like, I don't have to do that anyway. It's not like I have to put a bunch of makeup on, but, just to do something. But, I think that's going to be a funny little, just because it's like you're trying to figure out, how to get more content out, you know, because these people who you see on like streamers and stuff, they do this full time. Like, this is their job. And they have a team, and it's just like, what? How are they doing this? Okay, so we're live, guys. We're live on YouTube if you want to join. So let's see. We're live on YouTube. So the first one I wanted to get into was the PSYOP. Now, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there was a video that's been like circulating online that's a part of a trend that features like a woman, and she's getting a proposal, and then flash to, you know, all of the downsides of being a married woman. Oh, so terrible. And it turns out the video is a PSYOP because it's essentially an AI. It's like a Chinese woman putting an AI face to make her look more Western. And yeah, it's pretty creepy. Now, the thing is, when I first saw the video, I was like, oh, okay, this is just part of that trend. Because I've seen regular people do it, and I didn't really think much of it. And then I saw, oh, like there was a couple people posting about it, like, oh, it's actually a PSYOP. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess so. Let's see. So
I can swear, I can joke. I see what's on my mind. If I drink, if I smoke, I keep up with the guys, and you see me holding up my middle finger to the world. Like your ribbons and your pearls. Cause I'm not just a... I can swear, I can joke. I see what's on my mind. If I drink, if I smoke, I keep up with the guys, and you see me holding up my middle finger to the world. Like your ribbons and your pearls. Cause I'm not just
a pretty girl. Okay, so obviously this video is detailing why you would not want to, you know, get married. It's so much work. You know, you're going to be cleaning up. You're going to be doing all this stuff. You're going to have to take care of a baby. Oh my God, it's so stressful. Like, why would you ever want to get engaged? Like, say no, honey. And it's just funny how they had to like make this, and it's like pretty obvious the points where you can see it's like a PSYOP, because in certain places you can see that it's Chinese. Like, first of all, what American, Canadian, Western kitchen looks like that? Does that look... Bruh, like that doesn't look like a Chinese kitchen. Like, I mean, that doesn't look like an American kitchen. Number two, just all like this right here. You see the shirt? You see the shirt right there with the Chinese characters on it? You know, this is very low budget. Like, where the hell are they? Like, where the hell are they? For real. Where are they? Like, that's not America, babes. That's not America, babes. Babes, that's not America. And then she's pregnant. Oh, look. And the bars in the window in the Shanghai. This just looks like Beijing for real. Like, there was also like a water bottle that she had that has a little Chinese characters. But basically, it's just AI technology. You know, it's AI technology.
Children, our founding fathers.
And you're like wondering, okay, you're wondering like, oh, why would the Chinese make a deep fake video encouraging Western women not to want to get married? Oh my God, that just makes no sense. Makes no sense. Of course it makes sense. I don't know if you know this, and this might get me in trouble, but I don't know if you know this, but during like 2020, a lot of the content that's made, and if you notice, a lot of the content that's made for like certain things like the 2020 election, a lot of the graphics, a lot of the clickbait, a lot of the mask up, a lot of that stuff was farmed from artists, I'm pretty sure not in America, because it didn't seem like American. It seemed like Chinese. I'm just saying. That's just my impression. Down with the trad wife. Oh, thanks, Julius. You guys follow Julius. You guys check him out. Follow Julius. The Age of Men podcast. I know you guys will like it. If you like my stuff, you're going to like them because they're not the typical. They're not keeping it basic. That's for sure. Down with the trad wife. Oh, yeah, I know, John. Oh my gosh. What? Agitprop is going to go crazy in the election lead up. Yeah, it totally is. It totally is. So we're here and we're seeing all this. We're seeing all this content. We have to know that there's so much of this content out there. There's so much content out there like this. There's so much deepfake content. There's so much AI content. There's so much, propaganda being pushed from different parts of the world. Like, it is what it is. Like TikTok, hello, TikTok is spyware. Like, that's what it is. So I don't think we should be surprised or shocked. This is like the outcome. Like, we should just be pretty aware of the fact that that's what they're doing. And, there's obviously so many reasons. We think so much. We think that these like images and what we see on TikTok and what all of this stuff is just, it's just a stupid trend. Oh, it's just a stupid whatever. It's just some girl making those little, like the live streamers who are getting paid, $100,000 for doing like basic NPC stuff where they like pretend to eat things. I know you guys seen it. If you go on TikTok, if you've seen it, it's just like, I think it was last week or the week before where they were talking about it, how it's this new trend on TikTok. And by the way, I'm making a video too on the like fetish content that's out there. Cause like all of this stuff is like low key. A lot of this stuff is low key fetish, but that's a different video. But yeah, they're doing this to train you. All of these things make an impact. We always think it has to be so much like over the top. Someone's coming out here and being like, oh, by the way, I would like you to stop investing in traditional values. That is stupid. Like, no. That's just the worst crap I've ever seen. I know it is. I know it's so bad. The NPC stuff is so creepy, but, all of these things subtly like infiltrate you. And if you think about it, you have to, this is something also you have to keep in mind. Most of this propaganda is targeted at young people like 10, 10, 5, 6 for sure. But that's in another like area. But usually the younger, trendier topic stuff is like 9, 10, 11, 12, that age range, because they're trying to, put that base layer in, that their perception, because they don't have anything else. They think this is reality. So how many times do you see a trend of that on TikTok where, the formative years, exactly. How many times do you think that's not going to make an impact on people? Because that propaganda is like either going to be like a spiritual attack where, you feel it's like a terror move, or it's attacking your fear or your trauma or something like that. Or it's going to be just a mechanical where it's just over and over and over again, the repetition. I say mechanical because I feel like that really resonates more with how the brain is structured physically. Like there's the physical attack of the brain, and then there's the mental, spiritual attack of the brain, if that makes sense. Like there's two different components, because eventually every time you get a stimulus, every time you receive stimulus, it goes and it helps to produce neurons. It helps to build connections. So the more connections you build, the stronger that stimulus and that memory or whatever it is that it forms becomes to solidify in our brain. So propagandists, they don't think of it just as, we're just brainwashing somebody. Or we're just, trying to incite fear in them. They're actually building out neurons in your brain. So especially in the formative years, having this repetition is going to make an impact, and it plants a seed. Okay. And then they see another podcast where a woman's complaining about men and how, oh my God, the man, he doesn't do the dishes. I hate this man, and then it builds on and builds on and builds on, and it all piggybacks onto each other. It's not just a one-time thing. Oh, just dismiss it. We really have to understand that propaganda, not just manipulation, but just like actual propaganda, requires a concerted effort. It's a unified effort. It's an organization. It's not just me coming to tell you something and convince you of something or deceive you of something. It is an organization. So that organization builds on itself. Oh, yeah. If people only know how much time and energy the governments and their lapdogs and the media put into controlling people's behavior, people would have had rioted years ago. I know. They would have, but they don't really pay attention to it. I'm sorry. They don't really pay attention. They can't. It involves too high a level of awareness that people just really aren't. They're really not there. They're really not there. They're really not there. So it's unfortunate. So propagandists are the statisticians while the social engineers are the strategists. Yes, exactly. So great. That's a great quote. I'm going to put that. That's a lot to unpack. But yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's the planner. There's the executor. There's all of those things. They are trained not to pay attention. Yeah, people are trained not to pay attention. Okay, gotta get to one of these comments in Instagram. Praxis was, who's going to Hunter Biden's birthday pastry party this week? Who's going? I hope somebody's going to the Hunter Biden birthday party. Oh my God. Yeah, no, you guys. So I'm not going to be able to respond to comments on the Instagram, but you guys, I am on YouTube Live. So jump over to YouTube. We can have a discussion. It's pinned right there, the channel. It's easy to find me. Okay, so interesting. So very interesting lesson. We have to be out there on the lookout for all of these deepfakes, all of this stuff that seems like, oh, that makes sense. That's an opinion. A lot of this stuff is bought and paid for. I don't know what is going on, but there's a lot of people who are being paid to do this, and it's a lot of controlled opposition. I can't, these comments. At the Snow White House. Oh, yes. Oh my God. I didn't get that for a second. Yeah. The Hunter Biden's birthday is going to be at the Snow White House. I mean, if you were facing a lot of charges, wouldn't you hide out? You'd hide out of the Snow White House. Oh, that's what we're going to call it, you guys, from now on. Listen, no White House anymore. It's the Snow White House. Don't. You can't pretend. Oh my God. Powdered sugar. Yeah. The sugar party. I'm just like, what? The sugar? The pastry party? What's going on? Okay. So yeah, I thought that was interesting in terms of propaganda. So the next one I wanted to go over was going to be this epic article from the lovely journalists at the Evening Standard, okay? Because we need to call this out. We need to call this out. We need to make sure we're holding our politicians accountable, you guys. Accountability. Politicians will be judged on delivery of net zero strategy, UN climate chief tells world leaders. Oh my God. And look at this graphic, you guys. Look at this. Follow me come over to YouTube and check out the content. This is like the most ridiculous looking Like, could they get the people who made Armageddon? Like you remember the movie Armageddon? Like, couldn't they get those people? Really? This is what they come up with. This is how, listen, you guys, this is how you know. This is how you know. This is not the top of the tier, best of the best, brightest of the bulbs. Like, this is not it. If they're going to come up with this pure trash and expect us to Brandon looks baked. Yes, Brandon looks high. Oh, hey. Welcome over. Welcome from Instagram. Nice to see you. But yeah, Brandon looks hella baked. Like, he's like this. It's just like, okay. So in this picture, apparently the UN has saying that these leaders, these great, glorious leaders who are helping save the world, and are being judged are going to be Brandon, Xi Jinping. I'm assuming this is the leader from India. Sorry, I don't know his name. And then the Prime Minister of England, I can't recall his name. Where is it? Nidra Modi. Oh, Rishi Sunak and Nidra Modi. Nidra Modi from India and Rishi Sunak from the UK, the Prime Minister. Yeah. Okay. World leaders have been warned by the United Nations chief climate change scientists to stick to the shift from petrol and diesel to electric cars, and that opening new oil reserves was storing up very difficult choices for future governments. In an exclusive interview with The Standard, Professor Jim Sika said that the political leaders had a particular responsibility as the ringmasters and ringmistresses okay, I can't, to lead the battle against global warming, which he warned may be happening faster than expected. You guys, this is happening now. Stop what you're doing. Turn off your air conditioning. Unplug your Tesla, because I'm sure that's what you have, because, like, why not? Hello. And unplug your electric car. Just stop. Throw out your steak. Don't listen. I know you already bought it, but it's destroying the planet. Just chuck it out. Just throw it away. Just throw it away right now. Symbolic. This is for the symbolic. We have to do it for the symbolic. We can't have you eat one more day of it. It's not like it's not because we don't want you to have the nutrients, so you can have like higher level cognitive processes. It's because, it's literally ruining the planet, and eating it is evil. Okay. He also emphasized that they would be judged as global leaders or not. Ooh, sassy, or not, on tackling climate change by whether net zero pledges are backed up by credible actions. The professor of sustainable energy at Imperial College London was elected at the end of last month as chairman of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, the authoritative UN body on climate change science. In this role, he does not comment on the net zero plans of individual countries. But his appointment came just days before Rishi Sunak sparked an outcry backed by hundreds of new oil and gas licenses for the North Sea. Professor Six said the IPCC had laid out that to limit global warming to 2 degrees above pre-industrial levels, 50% of current oil reserves would need to stay in the ground, he explained. If you continue to add to these reserves, it adds to the amount of oil you need to leave in the ground if you're going to meet the Paris Landmark 2015 Climate Summit goals. You are the carbon they want to eliminate. Sure, we can add to reserves now for energy security reasons, but that means somebody in the future is going to have to make the choice. Do we leave that oil in the ground, or do we meet our Paris goals? Climate change is a chronic disease of the planet. Ooh, I love how they're linking it to disease. Yes, queen. Link that trauma, build that association. Remember, we're also scared of the of the cough, of the cold, of the epic pandemic. So yeah, it's another disease. Please believe it. We're going to keep pushing it that way. So the decisions we make now really have consequences for the future. U.S. President Joe Biden, or U.S. resident of the Snow White House, China's Xi Jinping, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and Rishi Sunak are among the leaders facing growing calls to action. You guys, we need to support our leaders. We need to press them. We need to press them. We need to press them to keep going. Oh, somebody has, okay. All right, I'm going to get through this article and then we can talk about that. Cabinet debate is reported to happening, blah, blah, blah. They're like, blah, 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 society-wide actions, blah, blah, blah. I mean, through these articles, honestly, there's a lot of them. There's another article that they had that they posted that was, it's down to us to persuade leaders to save the planet. The public debate has yet to be won on the scale needed to save the planet. Okay, like, we get it. You want us to bitch and moan about the planet. But you know what? We need a Planet Floyd. I'm telling you right now, we need somebody to need the planet so that, and call out. We need that. Oh my God. So you see, this is how they do it. They layer it on. They layer it and layer it and layer it on. Propaganda is never going to be just like one... They threw it out there, They just threw it out. Oh, they had something to say. Look, they said it, and now they're not saying anything else. No. They're going to keep layering on the narratives, making sure people hear it, making sure people keep repeating, making sure people, oh, it's a disease of the planet. Oh, we need to push our world leaders. We need to push our world leaders. We need to push it's up to the world leaders. It's up to the world leaders. Oh, and wasn't it like recently someone read about the aliens? We're going to ask the world leaders to get immunity so they can do whatever they need to fight, the climate change. So it's just like, it's always repetition. It's always. That's always how they get them. And, obviously on my platform and on this channel, like, we're always discussing how we can analyze the propaganda, how we can see the propaganda for what it is, and also how we can communicate it to the other people, the people who are not aware, the people who are centrist, the people who are just like, what's going on? Just completely not seeing it, because there's a lot of people who just don't see it until someone overtly, points it out and says, hey, what's this? What does this mean? Like, does this make any sense? Why is the planet on fire? Like, we need to do that. So knowing these narratives, we can call it out, and we can do it in a way that's not going to be abrasive and argumentative and going to put them off and make them like triggered. We can definitely do that, because at the end of the day, who wants to deal with that? Oh, what do you think of the climate lockdown? Well, yeah, obviously this feeds into the narrative of the climate lockdown. But yeah, definitely join the YouTube. Unfortunately. I have a theory. Climate change proves it now. I have a theory. Climate change proves it now. Pay me to fix it. Yeah, exactly. What are these comments? Weather change is a scam, so government can collect money for hunter snow trails. Bankman-Fried revoked bail. Okay, yeah, I'll pull that article up. at the end. If WWE created it would be the poster. Geriatric Wrestling League. Yeah, that's so true. These graphics remind me of the movie Dodgeball with Vince Vaughn. Oh my God, that was so good. Yeah, no. The graphics are not it. The graphics are not it. Gigi Peng looks like he sells real estate on the Florida coast. Please, no. I know he does. Mr. G is definitely a little bit sketch. So this is just, again, it's just ridiculous stuff. When I saw the article, I was just like, this cannot This cannot be real. I just was like, what? When I saw it, I just like, no, this can't be real. This is not a professional. This is not what a professional. No, I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. But, you know, it's 2023. Here we are. Okay. So, all right. So, overall, though, my opinion for climate change, we're the carbon they want to eliminate. That's all I'll say. That's all I will say on here. You can follow me for locals, and we can talk more in depth there. But, you know, YouTube is wild. Okay. Wild. All right, the next video that I wanted to show you guys was going to be a little interesting little video that I saw that just, it's funny to me how people...
Children are founding...
Not that one. It's funny to me how people...
I swear I can do.
I need to get it to stop autoplaying. It's funny how people respond to things where they just like freak out and like lose their shit.
What are your pronouns?
What are your pronouns?
Yeah, pronouns.
No.
Pronouns. Oh, you don't swing that way. Okay. So there's two. You don't swing that way. All right. What are your pronouns?
Go yourself.
Those are your pronouns?
No, you have a true social thing. You're a MAGA asshole. Get the fuck out of my face.
I don't know why the guys get upset.
Oh,
Why do you
no.
do this? Why do you do this?
Do what? I just wanted to know what your pronouns are, brother.
Why do you do this?
I'm out here
Because
working on Biden for resident.
Supporting some
Biden
dude
for
that
resident
doesn't
T.
give a about you.
Biden?
No, Trump.
Oh no, I'm supporting Biden for resident 2024. I endorse Biden for resident.
Don't me.
Why you get so mad, brother?
This is a good
Because you're
video.
an asshole.
You're not being inclusive though. It's 2023. You're not respecting my pronouns,
You,
sir.
you are being a troll.
You're being very aggressive right
You're
now.
being a troll.
Have a great day. God bless you. And remember to vote for Trump at the ballot box.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh, we got a super chat. What's that? What crisis are they going to push next? Oh, that's a really good question. We'll get to that in a second. And let's get to this other video where the other part of the video, which I think is really funny.
2024. You know, it's funny because it's always the older white liberals that get so triggered.
All right, now why are you putting that like that? Because he's old?
Oh, the shirt?
You just really made an enemy. Biden is my president. Let's move on.
If the election was tomorrow, who would you vote for?
Not ever Trump.
Oh, so you'd vote for Biden in 2024?
Absolutely. And if there was another Democrat that I felt like was, I would vote for...
RFK Jr.?
I don't know. I don't know anything about him.
How do you feel about Joe Biden and his son taking millions of bribes from Ukraine and the Burisma Holdings?
Where is the proof?
The
Where's the
whistleblowers, the
proof?
laptop, and Hunter Biden's tax returns.
But if he wasn't the president's son, this would not be talked about.
Joe Biden always says,
Yeah.
we're going to tax the rich, when in reality his son hasn't paid taxes for 3 or 4 years.
There's a whole lot of rich people that haven't paid taxes.
What would stop you from voting for Trump if he was the nominee?
Everything.
Everything. I would never vote for
Yeah, I would
Trump.
never.
He's ruined this country. He's been a cancer for this country.
How, though?
All the what?
All the stuff. What? That's like, okay, we have to play that again.
Vote for
Yeah, I would
Trump.
never.
He's ruined this country. He's been a cancer for this country.
How, though?
All the what? Do you ever watch the news or no?
They say the news is propaganda. What?
Okay, you guys, this is the part that I love. I just love that whenever you ask people like basic questions, do you ever notice like they just like really freak out? Like that's the point. It's like literally like a bomb. They just like explode and freak out. She's an expert at dodging. Yeah. They just like, are pronouns for sale like blue check marks? Never owned. No, but a lot of people have them, so yeah. Oh, he glitched her programming 100%. He 100% glitched her programming. And that's the biggest thing. I actually someone on today on Instagram responded and asked, like, you know, it's just like every time you try to talk to these people, they freak out and blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, they do. That's why you have to get really good at profiling people, and you have to really get good at lulling them into trusting you. Obviously, when you're like on the street talking to someone, you don't have time to build a rapport with them. But I recently found the perfect term for it, which is tactical empathy. That's a good one. I really like that one. Tactical empathy. I know most people haven't heard of it, but I'm working on a video on that also, where it's tactical empathy, where you basically gain their trust, and then you can start having conversations with them. You can start, being able to hopefully not trigger them to explode like this lady. But let's watch the rest of this video. She's not okay.
What has Biden done for you to...
He's been honest. I feel like he's been honest.
Well, he did the infrastructure bill. Have I seen any money from it? No.
A lot of people now, like there's been these polls that have came out where 60% of America, they say their life was better off under Trump versus Biden. Economically, the border, inflation, the prices of things.
The border? Really?
So he finished about 60 to 70% of the wall.
He finished 70% of the wall. Where do you pull in that number from?
If you go to whitehouse.gov under the 45th president, which was Donald Trump, that's one of his accomplishments. I mean, who knows if anything's true anymore? You know what I mean? Who knows if anything...
Yes, no.
That was another one of Hitler's
thing,
was that it's fake news.
How do you guys feel about how for 8 years...
Wait.
The so-called news, the mainstream media was...
Wait. I'm watching this the first time with you guys. So... Okay, so Hitler, so the mustache man simultaneously created the propaganda, but then he would tell people about the propaganda. Wait, what? How do they come up with this logic? I don't think that the earth is flat. I think it's a garbage can. Yeah, that's probably true. What kind of camera am I using? Why? I'm using just like a regular camera. It's kind of dark in here though. Let me know if you guys are having a problem. Oh my god, this is tell me that you're on Ashley Madison without telling me you're on Ashley Madison. Jeez. Oops. She's just a lady.
Lying about the Trump-Russia collusion to interfere in the 2016 election and to get dirt on other candidates.
That's not true.
It was proven. It was
proven to be the case.
It was never proven to be the case, and it was proven that it was orchestrated by Hillary Clinton and the FBI. Did you guys see?
No, it was not. No,
it was though.
You've read that somewhere.
Did you see what they did to Adam Schiff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Censored him.
Yeah.
Today.
And they literally had Jeff Durham in front of the entire Congress, literally saying that the FBI orchestrated this.
Are you anti-Democrat because you're sounding that way?
What makes you say that?
Because
I'm spitting facts?
No, you have all the facts.
You find out the truth by going to shanyrich.com.
What is that?
Click the link in my bio and find out.
Oh my god, good video. The guy was caught plagiarizing. Oh man. I don't know who's caught plagiarizing. Just a lady. Oh, nice to see you guys in here. The big lie is what, yeah. But I don't feel like they talked about it with their citizens. They weren't like, hey. Like, I feel like that was like an insider thing. Maybe I'm just being not a good far-right extremist. But you guys clarify. Let me know. If you find yourself, connect the opponent, do Yahtzee and run. Ooh, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's what you do. That's the way to do it. But that was a great video. I mean, you see how triggered she gets. She's like, she's just
from
like,
Ukraine, and the barista Biden always said, "How though?"
All the what? Have you ever vote for
Yeah, I would
Trump?
never.
He's ruined this country. He's been a cancer for this country.
How though?
All the what?
that's
Do you
my
ever watch-
favorite. That's my favorite. I love her for that. I'm gonna have to get that as a as an audio clip where she's like, "What?" That's happened to me too, where I've been like, "So what? How though? Why is it so bad?" "Oh, it's just bad." And then I hear them talking about, like, I hear them literally repeating the like MSNBC talking points, and I'm just like, mm-hmm. The level of detachment you have to, if you're going to interface with people, the level of detachment you have to have is like enormous. You cannot at all be emotionally invested in like the actual conversation. It's not a human conversation. It's like a conversation with a message board that just repeats, like a tape recorder that just repeats like MSNBC like talking points. That's what most people are, unfortunately. It's sad. I came up with an elegant line bashing Trump and you questioned me. What? I know. What? How? What? How? I know. It's like, what? If you just, have you, okay, I know you guys have seen this, where if you literally just ask people what it is that they dislike or what's the problem, or just even describe what it is, like what actually is it? Like what's wrong? What's the problem? They get angry and they get defensive and they get angry and they just are mad that you would even dare. You don't ask why. You just know. You just know that he's evil. Asking why is the worst thing you can do. Her husband is red pill, but he has to sit there and listen and agree with her because he has to spend the rest of his life with her. Sorry to say. No, I mean, in that video, he seemed like he was down for it. It was funny too. I was doing a man on the street thing, and this dude, funny story, this dude was with this like lady, and he was walking with her in Beverly Hills, and I asked him a couple questions about abortion. And, I was asking him, and he was like, when does it stop being her choice? When does it stop being her body, her choice, this and that? And he was like, yeah, it's her body, it's her choice. It's her body, it's her choice. It's always her choice. It's always her choice. And so finally I asked him, so if you could just have a clinic which was, this was related to, there's certain clinics in the country that do late term, and I was like, so what if, no questions asked, late term, by the way. No questions asked. And I asked him, so what if it was like a Walgreens where you could just go in and just like, and he, like, his eyes was like, he like visibly, he could not hold back the shock. And I was just like, this dude, he's so built up. He's such a big man. He's a big guy. He was like 6'6" or something. He was insanely tall. And he's just like scared to speak because, then she's going to get mad at me. And it's like, okay. Isn't that like the point? Is you're like a leader? Like, come on. But if you're going to have a visible like a reaction like that, where he's like, his eyes like got bigger and he was just like, oh God, like the grotesque reality hit him. And he's just like, oh, well, it's just her body, her choice. Like he just like, it was repeating it. It was crazy to see. I was just like, okay. All right, then. Yeah, so worried about this. It's just bad. Tell me your wife is ready to leave you as soon as the kids graduate high school without telling me that your wife is ready to leave you. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. You have to, and I said this about RFK the other day. Someone asked me about him, and I was like, RFK had a vaccine requirement for a New Year's party he had. And eventually, I don't think they actually had the party, but he came out and said, oh, my wife made me do it. And it's like, if you can't even like be the executive leadership of your home, when it comes to like blaring immorality, things like that, like mandates, like not letting people in your home unless they have this thing that you actively talk about how it's not actually good for you. That seems pretty hypocritical to me, and that seems pretty weak. You can't even run your household? Like, what? Really? I just don't understand where the disconnect comes. Like, at some level, it has to make sense. Like, it has to be consistent. Like, people have to be consistent. You have to make a little bit of sense. I know that there's always these tough choices, but come on. RFK, the moderate left's Darth Vader. Oh my God. That's accurate. The accuracy. I love it. He is the moderate left's Darth Vader. But what was it? There was a super chat. What crisis are going to push next? Oh, so yeah. So the crisis next. Actually, I should post that there. I saw these like really sick videos of like fake. I promise you, they look like fake UFOs. So I feel like it's all going to be like stacked on top of each other. That's a good topic. I should have a locals video for that, because I feel like they're all going to just like mix it all together. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to stick. I feel like it's not going to go too well. It's just a whole bunch of mess. They're just literally right now, and this is my honest opinion, this is my intuition that I feel. Literally right now, they're just throwing as much garbage against the wall and seeing what sticks. They're saying, oh, is this going to stick? Is this going to stick? Like, just throwing stuff up there just to see what will stick. And it's really unfortunate. Yeah. The UFO guy in the hearings was sus. I know, super sus. Come here. Get away from here. RFK sounds good now, but he had some questionable stuff in the past. But because the rest of them are so far gone left, he almost sounds sane, but he isn't much better. I know. None of them. None of them. Ooh, who gave me a thumbs down? Ooh, somebody gave me a thumbs down. Oh, 2020. Okay, let's get over to the next clip. What I wanted to show you guys.
Watch the news or not?
Let me load the next one. Which one is it? This one? Oh, that's the wrong one. Mining voters, PSYOP. Oh, here we go. This checks. So, okay, I'm going to give you some context. I was on Twitter and I saw this clip and I was just like thinking to myself, this is the like great threat, you guys. This is the threat we're facing as a nation, as a people. This is what we're up against. Is this?
Revolutionary. Jesus Christ is reigning on
This is our greatest threat. This weirdo, like mentally, like someone literally wearing a burlap sack. Someone literally wearing a burlap sack. And we're like, and also wearing a mask, but down under their mouth. This one, like, this is our threat, you guys. This is how America goes down. With this shit show? Really? I'm sorry. Come on. We can't let this happen. We can't let this happen. Rhythm and the ability to sing were also not welcome there. No, it's not welcome there. It's not. Not, no. No. The rhythm. So, I'm glad hate is not welcome here. A 50-year-old Christian man with a wife and 2 children. Yeah. The Western world is lost. It's it's bad. The threat is their desire for overreaction to their nonsense. Yeah. I know, because it creates, and that's a great segue, because actually the video I'm going to drop after this one is going to be about reticence and like the reactionary, not reactance. Sorry, not reticence. That's a different word. Reactance. But yeah, their desire for our overreaction. Us, every time we overreact to this like freak show, just makes things worse. Like, who are these people? Like, what? They're literally wearing a burlap sack. Okay? Like, you believe that you're... You believe that you're an XYZ-ophone and I'm supposed to be, like, offended? I know that you do. Like, I know that you believe you have several genders. I know that you are that. I can see that. Yes. Like, we have to cultivate a condescending detachment that has never been seen since, you know, the golden age of British aristocrats. Like, we need to get into that. We need to be like, no, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, great. Because this is like, but not Antifa, don't worry. This is like sad. It's sad. Ah, can insane asylums come back already? I know. That's what we need. One day we'll fly away. One day they'll figure it out. One day these shots will work. Oops. Yeah. I mean, treat them like children. Yeah. Treat them like insane children. You have to. Like, you have to be... Okay, because my thing is this. They say they're victims. They say that they're being victimized. They say that they can't really do much and all this stuff. And there's a pyramid and a hierarchy. And white skin is, like, too overpowering for them. Just be like, okay, yeah. Put them in their place. Treat them like the victims they are then. Like, just be condescending. Just be like, oh, okay. Don't be mad at them. They're literally mentally ill. Like, this is not healthy. This is not healthy at all. I don't know why I was looking at the other camera. I'm just talking to the other camera. We need to ask the right questions. Yeah, we definitely do. We have to ask them the right questions. We need to start converting people over to our side. We have to start moving them over. You know, everybody's like, oh my God, it's so much work. Like, yeah, it's so much work. But it can happen instantly for some people. I talk to people all the day and all the time who's, you know, oh, I red pilled this person. It's like, it's not that difficult to do if you like know how to prime them, if you know how to tee it up, if you know how to get it together. Well, on the plus side, I'd rather be in a country that allows people to have free speech, even if it gets staged to the brain dead. Yeah, that's true. That's totally true. Yeah, that's totally true. I love the vocabulary. John's always dropping the vocabulary. Be winsome, not aggressive. Exactly. No, we have to do a better thing, because honestly, as I've been observing the conservative media and the right, and it's just like, they're always, if you notice, they're always giving you problems. They're always laying out in great detail all the problems. Look at how horrible all these people are. Look at how terrible all these people are. La, da, 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 da. Like, look how freak show they are. We see it. We get it. They're mentally unhealthy. It was just, it was accelerated by the re-education camp that was people's living rooms or bedrooms at the time during the lockdowns. Extreme isolation will make anyone mentally like off the rails. So we have to have a better strategy, because I'm just really disappointed. I'm really disappointed because I don't want to keep seeing people like, waddle around in their ignorance, because there's so much that's actually happening that is legitimately terrible, and the media on the right and everything, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to call it out. They just want to say, "Oh, look how trashy these people are." Which is this other clip that I saw. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see Joe Biden. I mean, Joe Rogan.
Conservatives are trying to find fake conservatives.
Yes.
Like they're engaging in the same sort of behavioral that they accuse liberals doing, of these liberal witch hunts.
Yes.
You could never be woke enough. You could never be conservative enough. The tribal war between human beings that seemingly will always exist.
It'll never end.
It's so fascinating how that mindset just takes new forms. You know, and has the same behavior, the thing that it hated decades earlier, like on the left.
Side. So reactance is a very...
So he's explaining, Joe Rogan's explaining, like, that the right is doing a lot of the things that the left is doing in the terms of how they're acting. And then I saw this clip from James Lindsay. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but I'll be posting a video where I break this down, where he's talking about the reactionary sense and like what that means.
Is a very important psychological phenomenon that leftist manipulators and their associates in the reactionary right, who in my opinion are frankly, they're actually still dialectical. So they're still actually progressive. So they're still actually left. They're like the right wing of the thing that is left wing. The left is extraordinarily good at manipulating that psychological phenomenon to achieve their aims.
Yeah, so I thought that was really interesting how he called out the fact that the right is basically this reinforcing element of the left with their reactionary, with their, oh my God, look at the freaks, like, look at this, look at that. And I just feel like that's so accurate and no one ever calls it out. So I'm trying to put a video together to really like highlight that and introduce people to that. So that's what that was. It was a little clip that I'll probably like put on like TikTok and Reels and everything, you know. Yeah, James Lindsay, I definitely support him also. He's really amazing. And that's the problem. We can't keep doing that. Oh, so this was the clip. This was another article that I wanted to bring up as well, that I thought was, oh my God, hilariously sad. Hilariously sad. One second. So I need to get the preview mode set up. So Nova Scotia's housing minister said that there are 130,000 vacant bedrooms across the province that could be used on a short-term basis for people looking for a place to live. Oh, I wonder who those people are. I wonder who they are. They're fun people. They're fun, great people that we love. Housing crisis minister wants people to extra space considering home sharing. I wonder how quickly it's going to go from consider to mandatory. How long do you guys think? How long do you think it's going to take? How long do you think? Seriously. I just think it's going to be pretty quick. I think it's going to be pretty quick that they go. And then I saw this clip, this other article. God bless their hearts. God bless their little hearts. Where Massachusetts official asked residents to lend helping hand and offer migrants an extra room. And then this meme of the guy turning to Trump, like, and like the accuracy is like, no, no, we're not doing that. No, it's just no. It's a hard pass. I thought that was amazing. That's like me. This is me during 2020 when they were like, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to lock you down and you're going to have this and that. And I was just like, excuse me? MAGA? Because the narrative they were pushing was just so toxic. No. Oh, in Canada, they aren't armed like we are, so it won't take long. Nope. Thanks for playing, you lose. Old saying, I don't know who wrote it, but likes to hear it goes, it's easier to fool the people than convince them they've been fooled. No, totally. That's so true. I think that is from, what's the guy who wrote the Huckleberry Finn? Oh, God. I'm so brain dead right now. I know who you're talking about. He's a famous Southern author. Mark Twain. Yes, thank you. I'm so brain dead. But yeah, so Massachusetts, and you know, it's funny because they have this all across the globe. That's the thing. It's like so many people still are in denial. They're like, oh, they're not really doing anything. What's the problem? What's the big deal? I don't understand. And it's like, obviously, if they're doing it globally, do you know how much like logistics goes in? Like planning a 5-year-old's birthday party or planning a bridal shower takes so much energy and so much logistics, but you're telling me it's just easy to pull off this, like, oh, conveniently, all of these people are being invaded by migrants. Oh, conveniently, all of them have the same solution. Can you give them your home? Can you just let them come in your house? Like, that's just, it's insane. It's insane. In Germany, people are thrown out of their homes so the refugees can move in. This is no joke. I bet it's real. I'm going to look it up. Let me see if I can find an article. Germany is like insane. I don't know about you, but every time I see Germany, it's never good. Residents. Homes. Let's see if there's any article I can find right away. Germany struggles to house the refugees. No, let me go back to this. Germantown sees blowback after over relocation. About 40 residents from their apartments to temporary. Wait, what? Okay. Germantown sees blowback over relocations for refugees. A Germantown's decision to relocate about 40 residents from their apartments to temporarily house refugees there has generated hundreds of hate mails and thousands of calls, and officials said. Authorities of Lorich, a town of 49,000 people in Germany, southwestern corner just over the border from the Swiss city of Basel, announced on Monday that they would use the municipality-owned residential buildings from the 1950s to house about 100 refugees. The town said in a statement that the buildings were already at the end of their life cycle and due to demolish in the coming years to make way for new housing. It added the more modern and affordable housing offers will be made to the tenants promptly according to their personal situation, and they will be given logistical and financial help moving. Wait. Oh my God. The move came as cities and towns across Germany struggled to house large numbers of refugees and migrants. And a lot of these refugees and migrants end up vacationing in the place that they refugeed from, that they seeked asylum from, that they sought asylum from. Like, I don't know about you, but if I need asylum, I'm not going to go back to that place. But anyway, that's just a right-wing conspiracy. Some have resorted to using convention centers, sports facilities, anti-migration politicians. Ooh. Here we go. Hot stuff. Anti-migration. So you're an anti-migration politician. You're just against a good thing like migration. They seized on the case. The co-leader of the far right. Oh, always these far right people. Can you stop being so far right? I'm so sick of you trying to tell us not to just literally give our homes to these asylum seekers who all probably are going to be males in their mid to early 30s. An open preference for so-called refugee over those who have lived here for a long time. Oh my God. said the news conference Wednesday that the reaction has been somewhat surprising and intimidates us. Wow. So he's surprised. So this guy's surprised that these people even are getting upset about this. Wow. That's how owned. That's how owned these people are. They're literally like, oh, I had no idea. I didn't know that they were even going to get upset. Man. It's so sad. God. Can I not have the ads, please? Oh, look. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Some mRNA for you guys. We received hundreds of hate mails, thousands of calls, and now the first letters. With contents that are difficult to bear. Like I have to get a better German accent. I'm so sorry. But they are not ready for this. They were not ready for the criticisms. And it's difficult for them to bear. Why can't we just move them out? Mohammed needs your house. Please. Mayor George Lutz said the town's decision was not suitable to a scandal. He added that we don't get up in the morning to wonder how can we unnecessarily annoy people or somehow cause trouble for them. Oh my God. Please, somebody. The aliens need to come down here. They need to get me my old DVD player, and they need to come down here and just help me. Because I can't deal with it. I don't know how you guys deal with it, but I can't deal with it. I can't. I told one German guy on social media I was trying to learn German so I could visit there. He said I'd better off learning Turkish. Oh, God. Oh, my God. But, this is not... You guys, listen. I am going to be as honest with you as I can. Listen to me. This is not being conquered. When your language is getting erased, when you're being replaced in your homes, when you're literally having your homes taken away from you to give to, this is not being conquered, okay? This is not when there's people coming in and not integrating into your culture, just flooding your system. This is not being conquered, okay? This is integration. This is us coming together as a people. This is us coming together as a people, learning to love each other, learning to grow. I hope you can tell I'm being sarcastic, but this is disgusting. I literally have to fight with people and let them know. I'm like, listen, this is not normal. You're not supposed to just let people come into your home and just, what? And just like, no. And then, let's elect them as our leaders. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. It's like, no, that's called being conquered. That's called you don't have a culture anymore. That's called you don't reproduce fast enough. Oh my God. That's right. It's cultural appropriation. Mm-hmm. We can't. I mean, Germany's solution to mass amounts of German women being raped was for them to not go out and avoid groups. Yeah, that's the solution. Or better yet, it's fine because then you have multiculturalism. Oh, man. I don't know how you guys put up with that. Right, they want to pay your bills too. No, they're not going to pay your bills. The government's not going to pay your bills. They're paying the bills for the asylum seekers because the asylum seekers are what's important because the asylum seekers need asylum. They messed up their country. So they need to come over here and mess up your country too. It makes sense. Oh, it's kind of depressing. It's a little demoralizing. I think it's a little demoralizing, but that's just me. What's the news of Sam Bankman-Fried sent to jail over alleged witness? Ooh, he's so seductive. You guys don't understand. You don't get it. When you see this guy as a woman, For me, as soon as I see Sam Bankman-Fried, I'm just like, oh yeah. I bet he hasn't washed his hair in like 3 weeks. Okay, so a federal judge revoked bail for FTX co-founder Sam Bankman-Fried, citing probable cause that the accused crypto fraudster attempted to tamper with witnesses. Bankman-Fried was remanded, at least temporarily, to the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, while the party sorted out the details of how he will review discovery materials. Ooh. Handcuffed him. Oh, here we go. Oh. Alleged allegations of witness tampering. Prosecutors sought to revoke bail after what they described as a series of violations by Bankman-Fried, including contacting potential witnesses against him, using a virtual private network to subvert monitoring, and speaking with a reporter about former FT. Oh, wow. Okay. Jeez. Covering his tracks when he allegedly leaked Ellison's personal documents to the New York Times by allowing a reporter to review them in person. Kaplan added that leaked ex-girlfriend's intimate writings would only be done to hurt, discredit, and frighten the subject of the material. Bankman-Fried's attorney argued that he was right to defend his reputation in the press. They also stressed that the complexity of his defense, which involves hundreds of thousands of documents, requires Bankman-Fried to have regular access to computer and the internet. Oh, well, I don't know. You steal, you allegedly commit the crime of this scale. No. Bankman-Fried, 31, has pled not guilty to multiple conspiracy and fraud charges. Oh, well. Oh, he's just doing the Lord's work. He's just doing the Lord's work. Oh, God. Maybe he'll get a special counsel. Oh my God. Someone, can I get asylum here in America? Well, asylum from America to America. I know. I need the asylum myself. Well, they're doing what they can. They're helping us. They're making sure we understand our rights, and they're making sure, justice will prevail. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong happening. Everything is great. You guys, everything is great. Democracy only works in society where people have the same moral framework. That's true. I don't think we have the same. We're not the same, people. We're not the same. We're not the same at all. It's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. What's this? There's one more video I think I wanted to do. Where's that video? The children. I was going to play a Bill Gates video, but that's not, that got cut off. That got cut off. That was taken down for misinformation. So I don't want to play that here, but I'll put it up on Locals. Okay. Though this is the week of propaganda. It's been kind of a slow week, but I want to talk about the direct energy weapons in Hawaii, but I don't know if that's going to get me banned here. Yeah, I just never, honestly, I never know. Thank God we do not live in a democracy. I know. That's true. We live in a constitutional republic, y'all. That's where we're at. I love it. I'm so glad. So that was this week in propaganda. And that was my most YouTube safe videos. Because there's a lot. So I definitely want you guys to come on and follow me on Locals. You can find the link in the description of this video. You can just search Locals, Propaganda Fluent Locals, where we talk about some things. Because that's where I really want to unload and unleash. Because it's just all of this stuff, I can't really even say anything on YouTube. It's just it's the censorship is real. So, definitely follow me on Locals. You can also become a member of this channel. Like the video, share the video. Let me know what topics do you want to cover. You can definitely DM me, reach out, and let me know what videos you would like to talk about, what topics you want to cover. There is truth and there is YouTube truth. I know. That's exactly true. It's really unfortunate. So I'm going to jump off of here and get back to posting. But thank you guys so much for coming down and watching This Week in Propaganda. I think it was an interesting week. I think it was a lovely week. But yeah, lots of the same BS. I'm Layla, and we're going to talk about some more propaganda soon. You know, that's just what we do. All right, I'll see you guys next week, or I'll probably have another stream before then, but definitely on Locals I'll have another stream. All right, bye.